Hey, 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 happy Wednesday. How you doing? I hope you're well and good. Welcome to another stream. It's another Wednesday and it's that time. It's that time again to get super creative, to get all the painting vibes going on, to get all the colourful things happening. I mean, guys, I bring it to you every week. You can guarantee. Oh, what's happening there? What's the oh my god, what happened there? Did you hear that? It was like a reverberation station. It went where is it? What's happening? Oh, I know what's happening. I had it on the other thing and it was plugged in. Well, that was strange. Well, the kind of inception moment, which is always quite fun when you have things going on within things. But yeah. Anyway, I should put the normal music on then. How's it going, guys? How have you been? How's your week been? Have you been having a nice week? I hope you have. I hope everything's going groovy with you. Everything here is like just all full on happening stations. Everything is going on, all the work, everything's happening, but it's all good. So I've come to have a little bit of calm today, a little bit of relaxation, and gonna finish my painting. I'm so excited to finish. Hey, Zach. Yeah, no, I had the other speaker plugged in and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna put that on, and then it just got a reverb. So that was fun. Anyway, the joy of live streaming, right? I'm a person. Emma, how are you? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. How are you? How is everything where you are? It's a bit crazy in Texas right now. I don't know if you know, but quite a few of my lovely guys that come on the stream are from Texas. We actually have four or five people that come in the stream from Texas, and they are like, their electricity's down, they haven't got any water. It's like a huge, massive snowstorm over there that's like taken over Texas. So I'm sending all my love to all my Texas people today. And let's see if any of them turn up, because it's all going down there. We've had our snow here in the UK. We've had it, it's done, it's over, thank God, goodbye. Hey Lachlan, how you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. You missed last week. Last week was a bonanza, I've got to say. Just like we were talking about how if everyone that has ever come in the stream came at the same time, there'd be so many people in the room, but obviously that never happens. But last week was just like pa-chow, this person here and that person there. And it was quite the stream. You should check the replay. It was a fun time. But you're here now, which is actually more important. I'm great. Crazy snow. Have you got snow where you are? You're going to have to jog my memory. Remind me where you are again. Tattoo is finished. And I'm really happy with it. I was going to ask you, how did it go? How are you, Leona? I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm a little bit kind of like, okay, it's stream time. It's already Wednesday. You know, when that like a week kind of just sort of creeps up on you and all of a sudden it's that day again. So I feel a bit like that. It's like, oh my God, it's that day again. But I'm happy to be here. I love being here. I love chatting with you guys. And I'm really, really, really happy to finish this painting off. It's kind of nearly done. So I can't wait to tell you all about it. And I've already got the next one planned for next week. So next week will be completely different. Sorry, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, Lachlan. That's fine. Don't be sorry. Hold on, I'm going to just sort out this music. Hold on. I'm going to switch that off. And I'm going to switch this on. Can we hear this? There we go. I'm going to get some like nice... I feel like I need the restful vibes actually. There we go. We've sorted out the music and mic situation anyway. It's always the way. It's a bit like when you go on Zoom and it's like, can you hear me? Oh, it took 6.5 hours to finish. Oh my God, it took 6.5 hours to finish because it's extremely detailed and it's huge. I mean, to be honest, I thought it would have taken longer. If it's like the whole of your back, that's amazing. You've got some patience, girl, and some like pain resistance. Seriously, I don't think I could quite go through that. because I have such sensitive skin anyway. But yeah, so you pleased with it? Did it come out the way you wanted to? I'm so glad it was your own design as well, because it's really nice when like you have something like that that's your own rather than something that someone's done. And has it got colour in it, or is it just black and white? I can't remember what you said. Let me know. Yeah, so today's mellow and relaxing stream, where we drink plenty of cups of tea, is all about completion. It's all about finishing things off, getting things to a nice place where you feel happy with it, or even if you don't feel happy, to kind of know when to move on, because completion is a really great stage that you should never miss out on. You should never really like scrap something halfway through unless you absolutely can't stand it. But you should always try to get a good spot of completion in any artwork, and then know what you've learned from it, and then move on to something else. Do you know what I mean? Got to move on. That's the main important thing. Know when to move on, for sure. So yeah, so I've got my kind of mandalas in the background today. This one here is available in the Academy to learn how to do it, artistresorts.co.uk/members. It's a collage. It's super easy. It looks really difficult, but actually it's completely a beginner's project. It's completely easy and anyone can do it. So if you're interested in doing that, check out the Academy. These two here are mandalas that I painted last year, about 2 months into the lockdown, and I was like, I need to get back to my paintings. So that's a really nice kind of representation of how kind of art can sort of save you a bit, especially when you kind of like get into a slump and it's like you're not sure kind of like how to get out of it. Your art is always there for you. Do you know what I mean? It's always there, so you can always rely on it and have it always kind of call you back. And if you're inspired and you get inspired on a regular basis, your art will always call you back, right? So the dragon itself is black and white, but there are some cherry blossoms that are in colour. I remember you saying now. Oh, I bet that looks well nice. I was surprised it was finished so fast too. Yeah, that's like pretty record timing, right? But good. I mean, it's a bonus, right? If it's not going to be very long, it's a bonus for sure. So while all our Texans are out of electricity and stuck in the snow, bless them, sending all the love, we're going to bring our own warmth to the stream today. We've got the fireplace happening, as always. I can't quite bring myself to change this on the projections. I really like keeping this one. If you notice, every week I change the background, so there's something different here, there's something different there, and then there's something different there and something different there. And this time I've got this kind of like matrix kind of vibe happening, all that. It's not the code, it's just like straight lines. But the reason I've chosen that today is because green is going to be our colour theme for today. So when we get to it, near the end of the stream, so about an hour in, round about 8 o'clock, I'm going to read about green. So like, tell me all about green and how it has influenced you and inspired you, if it has, what green means to you. That is the colour theme today, and we will be reading again from the book, because I just love talking about colour, and I've been talking about colour ever since I was interested in art, was when I was a teenager, which is a long time ago. Oh, and talking about age, today is my age in the number of stream. OMG, 41, here we are. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh yeah, 41 streams. You guys do the maths. How many months is that? Tell me if you can be bothered to work it out. The fireplace is a classic. It's just so lovely, isn't it? I can't sort of get the mood to change it. You can make it go faster and you can make it go slower and everything, but green is actually my least favourite colour, but I do really love green in nature. That's interesting, right? I think you kind of almost either are indifferent to green or you kind of really kind of like, I don't really like it. People generally don't tend to have green as their favorite color as much as blue, for sure. Green is sort of like that kind of mid one, because it's the kind of middle color on the spectrum. Your eye like doesn't kind of feel really drawn to it or really repelled by it. It's just kind of in the middle. So people sort of just kind of like, yeah, it's all right. But it's got loads of meanings, like every colour, and I've just find it really fascinating. So we're going to talk about that. So you can mention that, and it's interesting to know what colours you like and what you don't. Hey Pooja, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, darling. Sending love to all the Texans without power, for sure. Yeah, I've just been saying that, bless them. I don't know who's going to come from Texas, my Texas crew. I don't quite know how that happened, by the way, how I ended up having quite a few people from Texas follow and watch this stream every week, but I don't know if any of them are going to make it today. But we send them their love for sure. We send them our love to them for sure. Rude. Green is the best. All right. All right then. Hold on, we have a green fan. I've got to say, I'm a green fan as well, so we're in good company. We're going to be talking all about that in a bit. I'm going to do a little bit of painting first. So I'm going to do some painting for about half an hour, and then we'll get to the book in the last 15 minutes, and then that will take us to what we're doing in the stream. So that is on the agenda today. That is today's Wednesday relaxing stream, which I tried to kind of hype up a little bit and ended up realising that I couldn't like switch my speaker off. I love green in nature, but it's not my favourite to paint with. I tell you what I really like about this painting here that I've got here, which I'm going to be finishing off today, is that kind of chartreusey green, that really kind of limey, yellowy, springtime, almost acidic but not quite acidic, just real yellow green tertiary colour. That's my favourite kind of green because it's really energising. And if you go on the other scale, obviously kind of like green is a bit sort of representing kind of mould and decay. So there's that kind of like, either it's like, yay, springtime, nature, greenery, or it's moulding, it's decay, it's gross. No. So maybe I take back what I say actually. Maybe it's more of a polarising colour, even though it is in the middle of the spectrum. Okay, so let's have a look at the artwork. How are you guys? Let me know how you've been. Let me know how your week's been so far. How was your weekend? How's everything going? How's your art going? Are you managing to do any art at all right now? It's half term in the UK, so I'm actually really busy, like teaching still and all that kind of stuff. But what are you up to? Does half term make any difference to you? Let me know in the comments. I love to know all your opinions all of the time. So yeah, so this is how far I've got with the painting. I've got like loads of finishing touches to do on it. So I finished the crystals off stream because I just really wanted to kind of like get into it and work out what I was going to do exactly, and I'm really pleased with them. They've kind of got like a little bit of sort of orange in them, if you can see that. There's sort of orange, there's a bit of magenta, there's some purple, and I didn't want to put too much on them because I wanted it to be really like bright light. And I still want to, as a finishing touch, what I'm going to do today in the stream is kind of get some more of this light happening. I want to like bring this sort of stipply sort of light coming all out here. I want to bring it onto the tree a bit, and then I was thinking about maybe putting it on here, but I'm not quite sure because I might want to leave this and not have this any texture at all because I quite like these being really smooth. And then I was going to do some of that kind of white stipple around the tree there. But overall, I'm kind of like happy. It's done its job. I feel like this is one of those artworks that's like a transition artwork. So it's like I'm doing this to get to the next one, which is very obviously kind of like symbolic because this is a road. But that is exactly how I felt. So that's exactly why I've painted it. So it's kind of like, what's the word for it? Like an imaginative, sort of slightly verging on metaphysical, symbolic, think of some other words, intuitive painting. Pooja, you probably got loads of words for me what kind of painting this is. But yeah, it's completely from the old imagination, you know, that's what's happening. So yeah, so let me get started. Let's do some things. Let me know what drink you've got, what's happening in your world, and all that jazz. I'm also going to have a little chat to you about some of my influences today. In particular, one artist that is amazing. Which one particular painting that he did really inspired me. But he's such an amazing artist. Pooja, you're going to love him and will know of him. Emma, you might do as well. Lachlan, I'm not sure you will. But such an amazing artist. Going to show you a couple of paintings. I've got them up to show you. So we talk about that. And yeah. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. My eyes are green, are they? Leona has a green lamp in the background. Well spotted. It's down there. Yeah, it's actually a colour changing one, and you can change it to whatever colour you like. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go green theme today. I'm going all the way with the green theme. Working through and manifesting painting. Yes. I'm manifesting my ideas through a painting, you know, my kind of, I've done this before where I've like, I don't know if you actually, Pooja, you might not have seen it, but some of the other guys might have. Last year I created this collage artwork, and it was like a kind of a pathway again going to a golden city, and it was like holding the intention, because like last year I wanted to go to many places. I was like, 2020 is going to be the year of travel. So I was like manifesting it for myself. And then it didn't happen. But it's still there in the desires, waiting to happen. And then it will happen even more beautifully, I believe. All right, anyway. All right, let's get to it. So I'm going to sort these bits out first. I've just put kind of a layer of sort of light pink, but I want to just darken these a little bit because they're standing out too much. I don't want your eye to be like drawn to them so much. So I'm going to knock that back. That is my first order of business. I'm going to use a bit of pre-mixed magenta because I just fancy doing that for a change. Let's get some white on the go. Do you remember Jack and Jill painting? Do I remember Jack and Jill painting? I'm not sure. You're gonna have to give me more than that. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? So let's get some of this colour. So I hope this stream really chills you out today. I've got a right itchy nose. When I'm tired I get a really itchy nose. Really weird. Don't really know why that is, but I always want to itch my nose, scratch my nose, scratch the itch. I want to bring this down. There we go. All right, so let's see what kind of colour. I don't know, it should be a bit lighter than that. Got the macro of all macro brushes. Incidentally, this paintbrush here is what I used to do those paintings on the wall there. It's a 00. Alright, so let's get to it and make this a bit darker. That's probably better. How's that? Yeah, that's a bit better. Well, me and my brother called it the Jack and Jill painting as it looked like the story of Jack and Jill on the live stream ages ago. What, you mean one that I painted? I love that you had a nickname for it. The Jack and Jill painting. What did it look like? What else did it have on it? How far back was it? You're going to have to remind me. Oh yeah, I really don't want that bit of white there. That's better. I just wanted to like accent the edge of this without it being too vivid. You know? You know. Yes, we said it in the chat. Yeah, but you're going to have to tell me like what it looked like. Was it the one with the lake? Was it that one? I'm trying to remember. We had the lake. If it was right at the beginning, we did the lake one, like the magical lake. We did magical cave painting. We did the harmony painting. We did all the ones with the projections on it. You don't mean that. I'm trying to think what you mean. And then there was the forest one, and hey Craig, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Finally caught you live. How you doing? I went on Instagram and I saw that you were live, and I was gonna pop in, but I literally couldn't because it was like 1 minute to 7 or something. How are you? Good. We're just sending all our love to all the Texan crew because they've been out of electricity, out of water, generally just having a real hard time over there because of all the snowstorms. So, yeah, send the good vibes out. So we're having a chilled, relaxing time. I'm finishing off this painting. I got a few more little finishing touches. I really just kind of want to get to the next one. You know when you're like just, oh, I'm done with this. Like the idea was more important than the execution with this one. I'm like, this is like, I was just getting my journey to the crystal world. And now I just want to get in there. You know what I mean? It had a mountain. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Oh my god, hi Camellia, how you doing? Welcome, we back. Welcome, happy Wednesday. How you doing? How's life? How have you been? And all the things, let us know. I'm finishing this painting off today. I just got a couple of finishing touches to do, and we're talking about the colour green. We got the matrix projected behind me, or the closest I could get to Matrix vibes happening right here, right now. Oh, what? Yeah. Halo in particular was posting about it. Someone else on a post said that they'd like hadn't had electricity for like a week. Crazy. So yeah, it makes you properly grateful, right? Just the fact that you can switch lights on and run some water. We're looking at green today. We're going to chat about it from the book in about 20 minutes time. We'll get into it, but let me know your green stories. I'd love to know if you've got any particular relationship with green, how you feel about it. Do you like it? I was just saying a minute ago that green is in the middle of the colour spectrum, so it makes your eyes feel really relaxed. And therefore, sometimes you don't really have much of a strong reaction to green. Although we've already disproved that because we've got one person who absolutely hates green in the chat and one person that absolutely loves it. So the theory's been thrown out the window. How I've missed the book. We've got to be transitioning onto a new book soon, for sure. We did the other one about colour. This is the second one, and we'll get to something else soon. I'm feeling like next week there'll be some changes in the stream next week for sure. But I like talking about the colours, and we haven't really got to the end of the colours. We did red, yellow and pink. We talked about purple. So I don't know if we talked about orange yet. We haven't talked about white. I went outside and saw loads of green. Dun dun shh. Sound effects coming at you. So yeah, let me know how your week's been. How's your day going? What you looking forward to? What art you up to? Let me know. Am I happy with that pink? I mean, it's good that it's a bit lighter. It's a bit of a different pink. It might be good to add it somewhere else. Maybe I could put it into... Maybe I'll put it into the tree a little bit to accent that pink a bit more. So yeah, I've just got a couple of things to do with this painting. I've got to do some more of the kind of white highlights. I've got to put some white up here over this bit. There was one other thing. Oh, I was possibly going to do a bit more on the path as well, but we'll see about that. I don't know if I want to do that. And then we'll probably call it a day with this painting because I'm kind of over it already. Over it. But I'm loving the colours, right? And again, this stream, really, the foundation of this stream is all about colour. And bringing it to you every week and giving you all the kind of like, just socking it to you with colour. That's what I'm trying to do here. Colour, inspiration, good vibes, relaxing times, supportive people. You gotta love. What have I gotta love? Of. What you drinking? You got a tea going? Let me know. God, this is such a restful stream today. I'm loving it. All right. So I've done that bit of pink. What was I going to do? I was going to do like a little, should I maybe put a little bit of yellow on there? Let's see how that goes, and then we'll get the white out. Do 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 do. Colour's good. I mean, what would we do without colour? Imagine if it was just like a black and white world, black and white and grey. I mean, I come from the time where I remember when I was a child, we still had a black and white TV. I think we had a black and white TV until I was about 4 or 5. 4, I think. Which is very interesting. Right, I'm going to get some... Where did I do the last bit pink? Well, I want to get some light yellow up on this. Just a little bit. We would be in a movie. Does it feel like being in a movie a little bit? So I'm really sorry I can't remember what Jack and Jill painting you're talking about. I wish I could. Well, that looks quite nice. I don't know actually. I think I might just go for the white. That finishing touch stage, do you know what it's like when you're like at the finishing touches on a painting and it's like you're trying to make it like the extra special, and you might like try a few things out and you're just like, actually, I don't know. Because I definitely want to give it, I think, yeah, the dots are going to work really nice. Yeah, I'm going to just do the dots on it, I think. Oh, we'll be in a movie. Oh, yeah, about the black and white thing. Yeah. If there was no speaking or colour, it would be like Charlie Chaplin. Yeah. It would feel like that, right? And maybe it would feel like things would be slower as well for some reason. because if you think about the colour spectrum and the different speeds of light and the how light gets to you via your eye into your brain and then out again, it feels like black, white and grey would be kind of slow. Do you know what I mean? Because if you think about colour, what would you like associate with a fast colour? Like, to me, I think probably red would be the fastest colour, because it's so like woof, like straight in your face. It's the most immediate colour. Do you get what I mean? I think I might just go for the white. I was going to do some grey in the tunnel. Talking about a bit of grey. I don't think I want to do that. Let's just get to the white. Let's just get to it. Alright. Shall I do that one or shall I do a bit taller one? We'll do this one, I think. Dab, dab, dab. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to get it off a bit. Oh yeah, that's what I want. Yes. That is what I want. Yes, that is what I was looking for. So this is super subtle, guys. I don't know if you can kind of notice like what exactly is happening here, but the last little finishing touches are really, really super light. I just want to give it some of that yes, that is happening. Actually, what about if I turn this down a little bit? Oh, it was turned down. Oh well. Alright, let's get a bit on here. That's nice. Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ooh yeah. So get a little bit on here. That's it. That's what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Yes, a bit of extra sparkle. Actually, there should even be a little bit knocked off on here, so it's not so. Oh yeah, and a bit there. I'm gonna do a bit up there. Green is a really nice colour, like the trees and the grass, and sometimes I feel like green means freedom. Oh, that's so nice, right? Yeah, I feel like really bright light greens make you just feel like really like yes. And the darker greens just kind of like can feel a bit more low. But I think the speed thing is really, really interesting. Because I do think the lighter you do a colour, the sort of faster it is to some level. You know what I mean? I'm just going to get a bit in there. Not too much. And a bit on here. Going across this. Maybe there should be a little bit on here then. That is happening. I'm really liking that, guys. I'm really happy. That is making me feel like that this is actually nearly done. Maybe I should put a tiny bit on there as well. Let's just do it and see. Just feel on the light bits, it kind of gives it this extra little sort of magical touch. Halo's made it. Oh my God. Through the storms, through the trials and tribulations, you've made it. I can't believe it. Hi Halo, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. We've all just been sending our good vibes to you and Angeli and William and Darren and everybody, being like, oh my God, how are they? You've got some electricity. Yeah. Whoop whoop. Seriously. I feel privileged. I feel honoured. Thank you. And you've made it. It is all happening today. We're talking about green. I've nearly finished the painting. We're going to talk about green from the book. Tell me your green stories if you've got any. I mean, I don't know if you can top the beret story from last week, to be honest. It's cold AF, right? We've just had like loads of snow in the UK, and we had it like twice, and I was just like, bye. I'm not a fan of snow, and I think the reason is, obviously it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely gorgeous, but years and years and years ago, when I got one of my first bookings in my business, it snowed and I had to cancel the job, and it was the first time I'd ever had to cancel a job before, and it really annoyed me, and I think I've just carried on that same association with snow. It's like snow equals you can't go anywhere and you can't do anything and everything's cancelled. It's a bit like lockdown 2.0 right? Finally got water turned back on, but we had to boil it for the next week to kill the bacteria. Oh my God. That's like going back in time. It's going back in time. Do, 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 do. Points for anyone who knows where that's from, what film that's from. When I did my art assessment, I thought, what would Leona do? Really? That's so lovely. So I did it slowly and carefully, and it turns out really well. Oh, look, that's amazing. That has made my stream, that comment. That's so nice. So thank you. Inspired me to do really well. I'm so glad. It is really important to go slowly and carefully. That's really good. And hopefully that's inspired you to do more because you took that time. Hopefully you're like, actually, I might try this again some other time maybe. Oh, I ordered a load of art supplies after my birthday for the first time in years. First lot arrived, some oils and acrylics and powdered charcoal. Next lot to arrive will be paper and bits for oil painting. Oh my God, Pooja, you're going to do some oil painting. How exciting is that? Good for you. Oh my God, you got to keep us posted how it all goes. That's going to be fun times, right? When you kind of step into a new medium, it's like, ooh, all the fun times. Back to the Future. Yes, Huey Lewis and the News. Got to get back in time. It doesn't actually go do, but you know, I've got all my grey hairs coming through. What am I supposed to do? You know what I mean? Might as well show my age. My age is the number of the stream today. I'm not afraid to say how old I am because I know I don't look it. Gotta go back in time. So, how are we getting on with this painting? I think it's pretty much done. I'm just wondering if I might put like the tiniest bit of sort of yellow in this. I like the way this is giving it sort of a bit of a magical feel with this sponge. It's just like giving it that little, you know what I mean? A bit of a, that kind of sound effect. Having a little sound effect. When I always start painting and when it comes to go slowly and carefully, my hands start shaking. Oh, well, it won't do the more practice you get. It's just because you're like, oh my God, this is the moment where everything, it comes down to this moment, and if I do this bit wrong, oh my God. But you're just going to deep breathe. Make sure you've had a lot of sleep. Don't drink coffee before you have to do something really you know. Yeah, don't drink coffee before, otherwise you'll be like, oh. Unless you can handle coffee, unlike me, who can't. I'm just wondering if I should just do a little bit there. Should I just do a little bit? I feel like just being just a little bit there. Like that. And a little bit there. Just gonna whisper. Because I'm pressing really lightly, so I'm gonna whisper. I think I might have done it, guys. I think this is it. Like I said, I'm over this painting already. I'm like, done, on to the next one. Name that tune, name that artist. Done, on to the next one. I think I'm pretty much done. I was going to do a little bit more kind of like tones in the path or in the road. But I'm just like, you know what? I don't really want to make it dark, because I should really make it a bit darker in here and a bit darker in there, but shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know what I mean? It's done its job. The job has been done. The job has been done. Exactly. I don't drink coffee. No, I have like a tiny bit, like about this much and this much oat milk if I drink coffee. It's more like an espresso, to be honest. But tea is the way for me. It's a tea thing. So I think that's it for that painting, guys. This is called The Road to Clarity, and it is complete. And I shall be getting into the clarity. We are going into the crystal world next week, guys. If you're any age close to me, you'll remember the crystal maze. And if you're not, you'll remember the recent crystal maze. And I used to love the crystal maze. And I love crystals. And we're getting into the crystal world. So I've done a sketch. Oh, my nose is so itchy today. I've done a sketch of I've done 2 sketches actually, of how this painting, what I want to do next, and kind of what it's going to look like. But it doesn't really look yet exactly what I want it to look like. I feel like I need to do a few more sketches first before I do it. But I will be starting it on the stream next week. And I am going to be showing you the sketches so you can have a little look. Yeah. Chugging it back. So this is... Let me get my other sketchbook out. So yeah, so this is, oh actually, I tell you what, right, I'm going to show you as well my influence, because let's just get some of that paint out of the way. So I don't like sit in it or stand in it or put my hands in it. Do you know what I mean? What can we put there? So there we go, we can put that there. We can put that there, because I kind of want to put my arm there. Start the fans, please. Oh my god, Crystal Maze was the best. Wasn't it just the best? I was obsessed. I had the game. I mean, Richard O'Brien. I mean, hello. He was amazing. If you watch the newer series, it didn't have Richard O'Brien in it. It was still good, but Richard O'Brien is the best. But it was so fun, right? All the challenges and everything, and then you went in the big crystal at the end, and I had the board game, and it had all the little games on it, and then in the end you went in the crystal and you had to shake the crystal. It was all fun and games. But yeah, we're going to go into the crystal world. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about a piece that I've been inspired by for such a long time, like probably since my early 20s, I would say, and it's always been in the back of my mind. And I think when I was doing my colouring book, I kind of got a little bit inspired by it and was kind of coming in. Actually, have I got my colouring book around? Oh, it's up there, my colouring book. But yeah, the artist is called Alex Gray. So any of you know that artist, he's kind of like a psychedelic, sort of super colourful / a bit spiritual artist. And he came to art through doing medical illustrations. So his artwork is kind of like super full on. So I'm going to show you first of all, this isn't the one that I'm really inspired by, but this gives you an idea of his style, right? So this is Alex Gray, and this is just called Painting. It's really beautiful. It was painted sometime in the 80s, I think. And I just think it's amazing because obviously you've got that massive detail in the human body, and then you've got all that light coming through the human body up. See the kind of funnel on the head? If you remember my artwork from my colouring book, I always do that, put funnels on top of all the heads, and the light coming from the heart. And then in the background, you can see that there's kind of like famous artists in the background. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see there's like the darkness. So that's supposed to be representative of how we have all these kind of sort of dark impulses and desires and stuff, and how that infiltrates the art as well. Yes, I know Alex Gray. I don't like his stuff. Well, it's interesting because I love this one particular painting I'm about to show you now, but most of them I find a little bit much, but I prefer kind of his message in the art rather than the actual art, if you know what I mean. What do you do with your artworks? Do you sell them or do you keep them? I keep them. I use a lot of them for teaching because I teach art, got my online art academy, and I've been teaching art for 12 years. And some of them I put up in my house. I'm not selling any of them yet because I don't really want to. I'm just doing it for personal use. I sell my mosaics. So my paintings are for me at the moment. Alex Gray definitely is wearing with DNC. Oh yeah, for sure. Wow, I know, right? It's kind of mad. Really like full on. So my favourite painting, and the one I'm inspired by, because as much as I love this artwork, I'm not inspired by it directly. I just think it's amazing, and I kind of relate to it on the feeling you get when you're making art. But the painting that I really love, which Pooja I think you will really love, is this one. And when I was in my 20s, when I saw this painting for the first time, I was like, oh my God, this is it. This is the painting. And to me, it kind of like, it represents everything that I kind of want to portray in a painting, which is just basically light, and as light as you can possibly get. And again, it's got the funnels. It's all about the electromagnetic energy flow in humans as well as in the universe. I mean, it's got it all going on. But this painting, I was like, if I can ever paint anything like this is what I want to paint. So for me, the crystals is kind of like a way sort of into that. So with that saying, my one doesn't look anything like that, and I'm not trying to do it anything like that. I'm trying to do it in my kind of own sort of style. So I did is this dry? Let me check. Yeah. So I've done a kind of a sketch of what it might look like. So I'm trying to think of like something like this, or was it this way? I think it was this way. So something like that, where it's kind of like a star / crystalline / but you get me, I'm trying to go for something that's like that, but like super bright, super energetic, super light, but not so detailed as that. Hello, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a phone call. Oh my God, welcome back. Don't be sorry. That's life. So I'm trying to go for something like this. So, pow, powerful, yow, energy, light, coming at you, crystalline. Do you know what I mean? Something like that. That's going to look gorgeous. Thank you. So something like that. And then I did a sketch. So this was like all shiny. And I want to do that kind of technique that I just did there, kind of like with all those little dots. I think that looks really nice. So something like that. That's beautiful, Leona. Thank you so much. I say something like this. I feel like this one's going to be one that I'm going to need to work on, and if I have to work on it a lot, obviously I won't do it all on the stream at all, because otherwise it might take a bit long. But hold on, I've got the sketch under here. So this was the sketch that I did for it, something like that, but I don't think that that's right. Like it's not right. It's going to be something between this and this. So I can take that off now, so you know my inspiration. It's going to be something between this and this. This to me looks a bit too generic, like a star. I want it to be like more crystalline, more of this kind of stuff happening. So yeah. Thank you so much. My great grandmother did a huge painting that was entirely made of dots. Oh, amazing. Pointillism, right? Amazing. Did you like it? I'm happy more people are joining. Oh well, yes, you got to invite more people. Invite them along. It was a very detailed snake and a cactus. It's great having so many people. I mean, like I said, I'm surprised Halo's here today. Like, because seriously, that's like, you got some serious stuff to tackle with in life. So yeah, so that's going to be kind of like the next one. It's going to look a bit like this and a bit like this, maybe somewhere in between. Maybe I'll develop it in the meantime. I'm not quite sure. I'm just going to work on it and see what happens. But I kind of got it in my mind. I feel like this needs to be like thinner. It needs to like look like a shard of light, and it needs to look like it's going out into the universe, and it doesn't quite feel like that yet. So I'm not quite there, but I kind of trying to feel my way through it, right? So it's going to be a new something. Loving those, Leona. Thank you so much, Halo. Thank you so much. So shall we talk about the colour? Enough about me, enough about my artwork. Let's put this away. We'll get the other one back. It's hard to pick. They are so good. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. It's going to be something like that. Something like this. Something crystalline / star / starlight / light / vibrant / light in the dark. Something like that. Anyway, it's book time. It's book time. It's green time. Let's do it. Sorry I have to go now. It was lovely to see you, Lachlan. Thank you so much for joining. Take it easy, and I'll see you real soon. And I'm so glad I inspired you to do some art, and show me next time if you can. Take a picture of it, put it on your phone, and the next time I see you, show me it. What kind of sketchbook is that? It's an A3 sketchbook. It's about 160 GSM. Can't remember how many pages it's got. Bye. Say bye to Lachlan, everyone. Bye. I'll be back. As he goes. As he flies through the cosmos. Alright, so we're going to talk about green. Have you got any green stories? Have I got any green stories for you? I mean, the only thing I could think of really is just that I really love the kind of chartreusey green. The really like strong yellowy green, like super infused with bright yellow. That's my favourite green. Oh, Emerald City, Yellow Brick Road. What else do I associate with green? Obviously nature. Nature is everywhere, and like we said before, it's the middle colour on the spectrum, so your eye just feels really rested with green, and that's why most people kind of just think it's alright. The Matrix, The Green Code, oh yes, my favourite film for like decades, 2 decades. The Matrix, probably my favourite film for. What else do I associate with green? That's about it. Okay, let me know in the chat what you think about green. Tell me all the green things, if you can, if you want to. I've got that song in my head now. Gotta get back in time. All right, let's do it. Oh, why don't I put that there? That's slightly more interesting. Slightly more interesting than some tissue. Nice. Yeah, I'm done with this one now. I'm done. It's like, see you later. All right. Oh, we should go to my face actually after all that. Let's go to my face. I'm sure you all really want to see my face. All right. The psychology of green, everybody. Are you ready? Are you ready? According to, of course, Karen Haller and probably some research that she did before. But everything, you can question everything, right? It's a really good thing to question everything. You don't have to go by what people say. If you don't resonate with it and you just think, well, I don't know if you're right, then you don't have to agree. We had some disagreements before, didn't we, last week, about the colour purple. We had some disagreements about the colour pink. We haven't always agreed with this lady, and that's absolutely fine and encouraged, because your opinion is what really matters on this, for sure, right? So there is this game called Twister, and when I kept spinning this board, this each round, most of the times it landed on green. Okay, let's go. So ready. Okay. The positive psychological traits of green. We are reassured by green on a very primitive level. Where there is green, we can find food and water. It equals life. Okay, that's interesting. So we feel safe and secure with green, right? We know where we are. Green falls in the middle of the colour spectrum. There you go. That's what I said. And the eye requires very little to no adjustment to be able to see it. It is therefore a very restful colour for us and indicative of balance and harmony, which makes complete sense. Nature, harmonious, gorgeous, rolling hills, happiness, calm, maybe escape if you live in the city and then you go to the country. Just feels really nice, you know what I mean? Okay, so we got that. We kind of agree on that, right? We agree on that. I guess we agree. Tell me if you don't agree. The adverse psychological traits of green. Too much green or being surrounded by the wrong tone of green can lead to feelings of stagnation and boredom. If green could represent new growth and life at one end of the spectrum, at the other it can communicate rot and decay. Right? We spoke about that at the beginning of the stream. Definitely symbolises mould, decay, grossness. So that's where it's kind of what I was saying earlier about it being kind of polarizing, because you're either it's like this beautiful life-giving thing or it's like a life taken away thing, which I find is so powerful that one colour can represent all that. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of a lot of things for a colour to represent. I agree. Susan, welcome. How you doing, sweet pea? Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. I was cooking and I forgot. We're talking about the colour green. Welcome, welcome. We're talking about the colour green. I'm reading out the psychological traits of green from this little book of colour by Karen Haller. So let me know if you've got any green stories. Like, is there anything that you like positively associate with green or anything you negatively associate with green? We're having the green discussions. And it's fab to have you here. First time you come on the YouTube. Woo! Well, interesting. It is interesting, right? I find that so fascinating how it can have like everything in it. Like just one colour, because usually colours are very sort of like specific, but this is like, it's like basically life and death. That's what it's saying. Green is like life and death, growth and decay. Pretty amazing. All right, we can see more variations of green than any other colour hold on, I'm not going to read that bit. That's just her opinions about it. Yeah, okay, I'm skipping that bit. The psychological effects you will experience will vary according to the tone and intensity of the colour. Aqua is very uplifting and refreshing, whereas olive can feel heavy and lacking in life. So do you agree with that? So aqua is uplifting and refreshing, whereas olive can feel heavy and lacking. I think if I'm going to choose any colour that I don't really kind of vibe with, would be olive, because it reminds me of like dirty dishwater. Because I was thinking about this the other day, like, is there a colour that I don't really like? And it's that kind of really washed out green, like so like sort of insipid, just sort of nothing, like browny green. Like, it's got to have some vibrancy, like, to get me going. Do you know what I mean? I'm a kind of a vibrant colour person, as you know. And I do like it when it's a bit more kind of like punchy. Do you do just live streams, not like videos? I don't do videos on YouTube, but I do loads of videos in my online art academy. You can see that at the top left hand corner, artistresource.co.uk/members. I've got tons and tons and tons of art lessons. They're ready and waiting for you, and 4 new ones are added every month. So come along and join the members. We've got a couple of members in today. Come and join us and have some good times. There's loads of videos in there. I never thought about that, but yeah, I like bluey greens. Do you? What's your favourite? Sewerage green, maybe. Yeah, just like my living room wall is a faint lime sorbet colour, energising and uplifting for me. Is it? That sounds really nice. That sounds really lovely. Okay. There is nothing relaxing or restful about lime green, however. It's what I call green's alter ego. The amount of yellow in lime green makes this hue full of life and energy. It can be invigorating and motivating, zesty and refreshing. You might find it a good colour when you are lacking in inspiration. How fascinating is that? Because with this painting I've done here, I wanted to really use that kind of like lemony green to make it really inspiring for the journey to the crystal world at the top. So isn't that fascinating? Colour is a real instinctive thing, isn't it? It's like what you're drawn to and what you're not drawn to, but it's just really fascinating to see like other kind of representations of it. And like I said before, this book is a real coffee table book. It's a real basic book. I've got loads of other books on colour that are much more kind of complex, but this is just a really good one for the streams. It's really easy, and it's good because it sparks off a bit of a discussion, right? Like my wall, exactly. So energizing and refreshing. I remember oil color Zorn palette. It's the only green you can make is black and yellow ochre diarrhea green. Yeah, right. That's true. Yeah, it's turquoise, blue or green. Well, that's interesting because when we talked about blue a few weeks ago, turquoise was listed under blue, and I would list it under blue for sure. But it depends how much green you've got and how little blue you've got, right? The lady in this book, actually, maybe I could show you. The lady in this book has got turquoise as a really, really bright blue. And I always find that turquoise is almost kind of like similar to jade green. So it's like in sort of between, right? Let's have a look. Where is it? Let's see if I can get it. Hello, it should be right here. Yes, here we go. So she's got that listed as turquoise, which is definitely more blue, right? Whereas I always find turquoise has got a little bit more green in than that. But yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question. All right, so let's have a look at a bit of world colour symbolism now, right? So we've got some world colour symbolism on green. Let's see what green represents around the world. So we have got green is the colour of money in the USA. Very, very true. Very significantly interesting. Why would green be money? To symbolise growth, symbolise more money. Interesting, but very risky because it also symbolises decay, debt. That's quite fascinating. What do you think about that? Phthalo green and emerald green I love, but greeny turquoise is my favourite. Oh yes, and jade green. They're all kind of similar, aren't they? Jade green, turquoise, teal. People love teal. Like a couple of years ago I did a mosaic for someone in teal because they were just obsessed. They were like, give me all the teal. How many teal colours can you get in mosaic? And I was like, all these ones, which is actually isn't that many. It's also the colour of nature and symbolises the environment, of course. In the East, green can symbolise fertility and new beginnings. Interesting, because we talked about birth and death, so that kind of makes sense, right? In China, to wear a green hat is an expression that your wife has been unfaithful to you. Oh my god, well that's unfortunate. Hopefully everyone knows that. Otherwise that would be a bit annoying. Which is interesting because turquoise stones can sometimes come in a greener colour. Yeah, right. There is this game called Monopoly. Really? Oh, my sister bought all of the plots in the game. Because their paper money is green backs. Yeah, exactly, yeah. In Britain is the colour of jealousy. So green-eyed jealousy was first used by Shakespeare in his play The Merchant of Venice. I could have used that as a trivia one, couldn't I? I could have been like, which Shakespeare play did they first mention green-eyed jealousy? Well, that's interesting. So that's where that comes from, right? Did you know that? Oh yes, teal. I like my green with blue in it. All of those. Give me all of those. Yeah, Halo's favourite colour combination, which is shown off studio, is mint green and purple. Is it lilac? Do you prefer a lighter purple or a darker purple, Halo? Just the greens once. Final little bit, and in Ireland it is the colour of good luck. So there you go. Oh, there's one more thing as well. And in South America, green is the colour of death. Oh my god. So there we go. It had to be the colour of death somewhere. I felt like that was like, it makes sense. So in the East it's like about birth, new beginnings, and green is the colour of death in South America. That is really fascinating. Does anyone have any experience with that, like seeing like anything in South America? Because what about like Day of the Dead doesn't have any green associations to it really, does it? Anyway, lots of things to think about there with green. We've been around the world with green according to this book. Lavender, mint and light turquoise, for sure. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that's the green stories. So that's all I've got time for this week, guys. That is what's happened with this stream for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I like the cool colours most often, but orange and blue can be so great together. Seriously, orange and blue. I've told you before in it that I've just wear orange and blue so much. I feel like I need to get some more orange because my orange jumpers now, well, I mean, we've been on lockdown for a year, haven't we? So I haven't bought anything new really in that period. But orange and blue is like my go-to. Hugs. Stay warm. Can we all collectively send warm love to Shonov Studio, which is Halo, as she is currently in a snowstorm right now in Texas, and to all of the other guys from Texas who didn't come today because they probably don't have any electricity. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Camellia. It was lovely to have you. I'll see you guys next week for more fun. I'm going to be starting a brand new painting. Maybe, oh no, we're not going to start a new book yet. We're just going to finish off the colours. So I think we've got like 2 more colours to go, I think. 2 or 3 that's in the book. That was fun. I wish I'd remembered earlier. Yeah, so we start at 7 p.m. GMT, and then we do like a chit chat for about 15 minutes. Then I do about half an hour of painting. We're still talking throughout the painting. And then in the last like 15 minutes to half an hour, we read from the book, talk about a colour, talk about your associations with it. And that's kind of the schedule for the moment, but it can change, and it always does change. And if you've got any suggestions for me, if there's anything you'd like me to do, just drop me a message in any of one of my socials, Facebook, Instagram or Twitter at Artist Resource. Let me know if you've got any ideas for the stream and you think that would be really cool to share with everybody. I'd love to. If you don't know, I've got an art academy, artistresource.co.uk/members. Come and learn art with me. It's for absolute beginners and some with those with some a little bit of experience. You can draw, paint, craft and do all the beautiful things. And Susan's there and Halo's there, and some people that aren't on the stream today are there. So come and join us having all the fun creative vibes. Love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's cold AF. Bye, take care. Bye sweetie. Bye Pooja, take care. Lots of love, Haley and the rest of the Texans. Right, thank you. Yeah, stay warm. Love you. See you next week, guys. Stay warm, stay safe, look after each other and stay creative. I'll see you next week. Bye for now.